Hello.
Hello.
Well, did you have fun at the animal park?
Oh, we had an incredible time.
They're
at the
having the
animal park.
best time ever.
I didn't go.
You didn't go. You missed out.
I did. I was so sleepy.
The koalas were like, no, we're going to be the cutest thing.
Yeah.
So
happens.
Izzy, stay home.
Right, of
See
course.
your
You don't want the
face.
competition. Hey, we are so excited for this season of this show. But I got to call out one of you. Young, you have this amazing ability of anytime you speak to anyone, you're always mentioning what a collaborative effort it is to work with people on a show like this. You know, you're always lifting up your colleagues, you know, your co-stars. So I would love to know, what qualities do you like in each other when, you know, spending so much time on a set and to make you have that relationship where you really do have such a respect for each other?
Well, I can start. First of all, Isabela Merced is so brilliant, I always say very wise beyond her years, so experienced, very professional, well-read. That was the first thing when we were riding in the car together that I noticed, that your take on a lot of the just current events and things was always really well developed. Mm-hmm. Young is exactly as you described, just always very collaborative and always shining light on others. Incredible, just really fun. Was kind of like my best bud outside of things when we were over there in Vancouver. And phenomenal actor, always giving very thoughtful responses to questions, and it makes full encounters with people, which I really appreciate.
Aw, this
I
is
love
sweet.
this is really nice.
I like this.
Yeah.
Now, what about me, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if
Compliment
Young
payback.
Young's
Oh,
always
no.
doing it. I think you deserve it back for a second.
Absolutely.
I feel like, starting with Gabe, since you were the first one to say something so nice, I would say I really appreciate how you view everyone as equals. You really speak to everyone as if, you're not speaking down to them. You respect everyone and their intelligence, and you meet everyone where they are. And that's really, really amazing. And it just shows your appreciation for human beings and your patience for them, shows in the work that you do, and probably translates perfectly into like your time that you spend on characters.
Thank you, Izzy.
Yeah. And I think Young, you are just, the more I get to know you, the more I'm like sad we don't work together all the time. Like I really feel like we've grown super close, and I'm so grateful that you're here on this press tour with me.
Likewise.
And yeah, Young's a special one.
This is their Young Appreciation group.
Yes,
I think.
yes.
Okay.
Give him his
I
flowers.
wanted to point that out because it is like
Thank
a
you.
great quality that you have, like to I've heard you mention it so many times about what a collaborative effort it is, and it truly is, because you become like a family. You each have such important parts in this show, and Isabela, I wanted to, the fans are just going to love, just from episode 1, like straight away from the scene where we get to see this young love spark. What is it that you hope translates across to those people watching this that have played the game, that are waiting for, the second season? And this is such an important, pivotal moment for a lot of people. What is it you hope that people take from your portrayal of this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a bit cathartic in a way. I think Dina approaches this with a new lens, I guess, like a sort of optimistic one. And I hope through that, through the love that Dina has for Ellie and the beauty that she sees in Ellie and the potential and the strength, I hope people fall in love with Ellie a little bit more, like see her the way that Dina sees her. And it's really beautiful. Yeah, I mean, that's what's so great about love in general in a romance. It's like it's a sneak peek into people's true essence and their dreams and what they really want. It's like a real connection.
Yeah.
In an apocalypse.
I saw something interesting the other day about like why the queer community loves this show so much, and the answer was because they know when something's really good. That's like just the perfect answer for me.
Yeah.
I heard that you're a very musical group on the set, which, comes very naturally to most of you. Music is an important part of this show as well.
Absolutely.
The symbolism of the guitar, and I would love to know if any of that leaked out into in-between scenes and when you were on set. And please fill me in on the future band that's happening with, the trio, or if it's more.
We are the Alpaca Lips.
Yes.
And
Yes, we are.
Alpaca Lips!
Yeah.
no, Oh
I
man,
love
no,
that.
but you're right. The show is. I mean, music is critical to the show, and Neil was very specific about certain songs, what they mean, and then with us, it was just always finding. It was just a finding way to come together and
Singing Aerosmith
singing
songs.
and just singing songs. And they're always looking for me or Young or Izzy. We're always running around somewhere.
Yeah.
But if they just kind of follow the music, they'll find us eventually on set somewhere.
I love it. It's so you can. What was it? The alpaca lips.
We are the alpaca lips.
Love it. One thing that we see in this show is there's a lot of weapons, but some characters favor different weapons, and I would love to know, Young, maybe. What would be your preferred weapon in an apocalypse? Are you a knife? Are you a gun? Are you a pots and pans person? Like, what would you reach for if you had your options open to you?
Probably a blade. Yeah, because you don't have to reload or you don't
right.
scrounge around for ammo.
That's right.
But if you lose it, if you throw it at
Do
someone,
you find
it's gone.
you find a broken scissors like you do in the game, and you make your own?
Right.
You're
Okay.
always looking
So
for
we've got your answer.
half a shears. Yeah.
Isabella, you have a weapon of choice?
I think a table.
A whole table.
Yeah.
What is this about the table?
A dining room table.
Just picking it up,
You can make so
breaking
much out
bits
of it.
off.
You
Walk
could,
them on.
yeah.
Are you a professional
that.
wrestler?
Use it as a shield.
I
That's a
love
good
that.
point.
So I'm gonna hide under.
Yeah, fair enough. Resourceful. I wanted to ask you
She's just gonna power bomb clickers through tables.
Sharpen the legs using the spears.
straight
you know?
through them all.
Steaks.
You're making
Yeah.
a lot of great points right
Yeah, true.
Don't underestimate the table.
Gabriel, what? I don't want to say what advice did you give to the others coming onto the set, but like,
now. I gave them none.
yeah, I want to. What did you walk away from, and learn from it? I guess, and bring back for yourself.
You know, I think everyone was. Wow, I mean, it is a unique experience to work on this show. I've done a number of things in my career, and I can. It is a singular experience. This thing. Not only do you feel cared for by, I didn't worry about them because I knew they were going to be working with Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann and the entire HBO team that is always going to catch us and always going to hold us, you know, and hold space for us to do this thing. It's very difficult and dark subject matter at times, and but that was the safety net of that, knowing that we were never going to leave until it was right. You know, they weren't going to let it. Good enough was never just going to be good enough.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you felt the solace in that thought that we were always going to get there, whatever it took. If it took coming back 4 months later to rent out the entire Vancouver Aquarium to get a scene right, then that's
So
what we're going to
great.
do.
Yeah.
And
Well, it means
Yeah.
a lot to us fans, though, to know that that's the time and effort, that's the care and attention that
Absolutely.
has gone into, making this show what it is, and it's why we love it so much. Complicated relationships is, I think, an overarching theme of this show, and I feel like all of your characters all have complicated relationships. How do you navigate those if they don't align with who you are as a person? Is it easy to slip into someone who can navigate them, if it's a brother or if it's an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend? Like, how do you approach handling those as your character?
So the writing really helps. Great writing.
I really admire Dina's approach to relationships and like her ability to communicate, and I've learned so much throughout this process, and also learning Craig as a person really helped me understand the material too, because I think he infuses so much of himself, and like I don't know, I've grown so much throughout this process, so I can only imagine people seeing the final product. I hope they get a hint of what we learned throughout this.
I think so. I definitely think so. And, from what I've seen so far, it looks absolutely fantastic. And we are absolutely thrilled to have you here for the launch of Max in Australia. So thank you for coming down under. I hope you've had a wonderful time.
Thank
and
you.
we can't wait to see this season roll out.
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Great.